If you'd like to purchase Magic Online cards with event tickets while logged in on Magic Online, look at MTGO Academy's selection by trading our official bot, Academy Sellbot. You can find it in the Magic Online trading area or add it to your buddy list.
Hey guys, and welcome to this two-man queue that has finally fired here. Looks like we're going to be on the draw, and I think this is definitely keepable. So we've wished our opponent good luck, and we're going to try this out. And it may, in fact, be burn here. Just Mountain Pass is pretty much guaranteed, I think, to be burned, but we'll see. We're going to lead on our cohort and see if that even stays on the table. So we'll just pass. And he doesn't do anything, so that's very interesting. Okay, so we're both taking 4. And this is looking pretty good here. We have a couple options. We can get 2 power for 1 card, or we can play out 2 cards. And I think that'll actually make the War Marshal better when we play it later, because we can sack it immediately. And we're also probably getting a Bushwhacker on turn 3, so we're not going to pay Echo or anything like that. So I think that's enough to sell me on that line of play. So let's get him, and then we're going to play another one. I'm just making sure we're not going to pass the turn or anything. Okay. So we got 4 here, which will take him to 10 if we get a Bushwhacker afterwards. Oh, this is interesting because there could be some scenarios where the chain is going to... We might actually not even be alive. Okay, the fact that he only had these that only deal 1 probably means we're going to survive here. So I just want to do the most damage possible. We could War Marshal, which gives us 3 bodies. We can Death Spark him to 13. We could sack all of them, and that would be 2, 4 plus 3 is 7, 8, which takes him to 6. It doesn't guarantee a win on the following turn, whereas if we just go Matron, attack for 4, then we have the land to go War Marshal Bushwhacker, which is going to be more than enough. So I think that's what we want to do, and he has to take us out on the next turn, which he might be able to do, but we're just going to give it a whirl. I think this is our best chance. And does he know that he has to win next turn? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. He doesn't know for sure that he has to win. So that's kind of cool, actually. He may take like some separate line of play that gets him a win in 2 turns rather than now. And he kind of paused there, so he may have a Fire Blast for us. He's got 4 cards. Do they equal up to 11 or more? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 takes him to 1. So that's possibly what he's thinking about. I'm just going to check my connection really fast. My connection is fine. Okay, so we're going to 8. We're not continuing the chain, and we're not playing Chain Lightning, so that's not going to be an issue either. It looks like he's just going to leave up stuff to kill our guys. I still think we just go for this play. See what happens. He could have double Fire Blast, but if he did, I think he would have just done it, right? Okay. So we're just going to do this. I'm also going to, I think, sack this token right now. No, we'll probably pay for that. I mean, if the game continues, we're probably paying for the Echo cost and playing another one. So let's go ahead. And we'll see what happens, because this is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15. So he has to get rid of a couple guys. Or he may just be slow rolling. I don't think he is, though. I think he would have just... Okay, we won that game, which is very good for us. So that means by game 3, we're going to be on the play, which is very fortunate. Now, I think we want to drop Sparksmith. We didn't see any guys from him. Their list usually plays some number of guys. But the thing about Sparksmith is that it deals damage to us. And, I mean, while it does add to our creature count, which is good, these are usually good enough to take out his guys. I mean, this will fall short of a Kiln Fiend or Marauders or something like that. But, yeah, I mean, these are pretty weak as well. And at the 1 mana slot, I mean, I guess overall the Sparksmith is going to deal more damage. For 2 mana, we get 2 guys, where this is going to require 3 mana. So I think I'm going to cut Death Spark instead. We're definitely bringing in the Life Staff. And I don't think we're actually bringing in anything else. I don't think Relic hits anything. I'm not sure. I doubt he's going to bring in any artifacts. So I think we like it like this. He's probably cutting those Flame Rifts, but I'm not sure. I mean, that's pretty powerful. Yeah, let's do it like this, because the Sparksmith powers up our cohorts, conscripts, denizens. So it's going to be better, I think, on average than Death Spark. And we're hoping to just have a Life Staff and draw into a Sled or a Raider. And as you see, we do have a Life Staff, so this is looking really good for us. He may actually bring in some kind of artifact hate to, and we're going to keep to blow this up. We'll have to see. I may not even play it right away. Okay, so there's a Rift Bolt. And we found a Denizen. The Denizen is going to do more damage on turn 2. We get both cohorts down. So I think we'll lead with him. This is actually a pretty explosive hand if we draw into more guys, which I think is, highly likely. Okay, so let's see where he ends up pointing this. I would assume just for us. I think the stance you want to take as the burn players is that you want to go for the throat and go for the fastest possible. And he found his land. And he's needle dropping again. The needle drops are good for him, but one of the things is... Okay, so what line do we take? One of the things is it only deals 1. So that actually makes a difference when every point of life is going to matter. We can actually, next turn, bolt one of our own guys if we have to. I think we're going to take this line and just assume we're going to draw another dude. I think that's got to be it's got the highest upside for sure. So let's hit him for 3. And hope he doesn't have any kind of sweeper like a martyr or something. That would be pretty nasty. But I don't think we can blindly try and play around that. We don't know if it's even in his deck or what. Ooh, that's a good one. So, do we get a guy? We don't get a guy. We're actually pretty flooded here. So, I think we're just going to suit up a guy. And if he might kill it in response or something. But we have this bolt available to potentially save our guy. And we were unfortunately unable to attack him. And we're at 12. So we have a bolt. Okay, he's got a Marauders, which takes us to 11, and we can block it with a cohort. If we draw a 2 mana guy, there's a Chain Lightning to us, which takes us to 8. So we still have to ask ourselves if we want to pull the trigger on this right now. Because, okay, actually we're fine because he doesn't have 4 mountains to Fire Blast. Though he could play a mountain there. Unless he missed his land drop or something. So here's a cohort. So this is great because we get to actually attack him and then equip another one. So let's just do that. And we leave him on D. And we still have the bolt available. And I'll just play out the land. I mean, I don't think we're really tricking him in any way by holding a land. It's pretty clear we're out of guys because we would have played one last turn. So we have to be very careful here because he can get to a point where he can respond to us hitting our own guy with Life Staff. I don't see him attacking us. But he's got to do 8. Marauders will take us to 7. And we whiff again. So, I mean, I guess we just play a land and pass. And it's hard to say if we want to just throw this bolt, but I'm going to hold it. I don't know if it's the best. Stagger Shock takes me to 4. So I think now I throw the bolt, which will take me to 11, then down to 7, and then the Marauders takes me to 6. So if he has double bolt, we lose anyway. But this way he can't respond with anything. So I think I'm going to do it, because this does cost us some cards, but it also might work for us. So I think this is the best chance, and something's going wrong with my connection here. So I'm going to pause the video and we'll come back. Hey guys, it looks like we're possibly back here, so we're going to try this. Again, we are attempting to gain some life so that we don't just lose to him responding to us gaining some life. And then this is interesting because a chain lightning might occur, and we have to decide what we want to do about that. Probably nothing, because we're going so low. We're going to 7, 6. And then we'll have to see what happens from there. Okay, we're at 6, so I'm very precarious. And another one main phase, so he must have a Fire Blast. Yep, so that's game. We'll go ahead and concede. And go to game 3. It's going to be a really close one. But the Life Staff is a huge trump, which is nice. He says GG's, but we still have one more to go. So maybe he's just saying GG's to the first 2. Alright, so again, I'm not really thinking there's anything we can change here. We still got our critical mass of threats, and I don't think any of the other cards are going to be bad. We were pretty flooded there for 35 guys, only to draw. I think we had 2 in hand. We drew 2 all game long. That seems pretty low to me. So we're going to play first, and we have a 1-lander. We can play 4 of our 5. 5 out of our 6 non-land cards. I think this is pretty keepable here. Especially on the play, we're dealing either 2 or 3. Then we're dealing 4 or 5. So he goes to 18, 14. We have the bolt. I think we can keep this. Against Burn, it might not be so great. It is good that we have a Sledder, because once we do draw into Life Staff, if the game goes that long, we will be able to just gain life automatically. So we don't draw a land, but that's okay. I mean, we were keeping this hand under the assumption that we might not draw one. So hopefully no Searing Blaze. This hand is a little slow without ever drawing a land, but we're planning to. Okay, he just 1-for-1's it. Alright, so his hand might be a little bit slow. Ooh, that's painful. He's really slowed us down now. But seeing Bushwhacker is really nice. I guess we're going to have to play Cohort here. Yeah, that definitely took the wind out of our sails, especially with the type of hand that we've kept. Now, we're going to have to hope that he kept a land-heavy hand. Wow. Okay. I'm not sure we're going to be able to come back from that. I think we're going to have to go Cohort Sledder here. That's 3 power. I think we're definitely still in this game, but he's at 20 still. So that's kind of rough. If at any time we draw a life staff, things are looking really good. And pardon me if you hear any screaming in the background. Definitely not related to us. So, okay, we're going to 10. And he's got a Marauders on the table. So this is looking really interesting. We have a lot of options. I think one of our best options is actually to play the War Marshal. And that means we can swing into the opponent and have a War Marshal back to block. But we're really low. I still think that's the best plan of attack. I don't think we're going to be dead next turn. We're really going to want to draw a life staff on our next draw step, though. We could alternately burn away the Marauders, but I don't like that. Okay, I think we know what we're doing here. And if he blocks, we can sack 2 of the tokens. I think that'll be fine. If he doesn't block, I think we just... Let's see what he does. If he doesn't block, we're not sacking because we want to sack the... Okay, he is blocking. Alright, so he's playing really defensively. So we sack here, and we sack a token. Next turn we have Bushwhacker, which does 3, 5, 7, 9 to him. That's still pretty good. And we'll sack 1 more. I mean, if he's going to like Fire Blast it or something, who really cares? I don't think that's... Okay, so we go to 9, which he may be able to take us out. We'll have to see. I mean, Life Staff would be awesome, but it's getting to the point that we are so low that we might just be done. Okay. So we may just have to kill that guy, because we're at 6. Yeah, now we can go Conscripts, bolt this, get him for 4. Next turn Bushwhacker is 5, 8, 11, 13, 15. He's almost, I mean, that's almost a win. I think that's our best chance. I mean, he's got 2 cards. I think one is definitely Fire Blast, so we got to try and end this immediately. Is there any way we can do more damage with the bolt going to his face? We could play Bushwhacker. He could chump block and take 6. I think we want to set up the Bushwhacker. I think it's just better. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to bolt his guy. And we're going to deal 4. And we're going to just hope that he's flooded all the way out. Because Bushwhacker only gets him to 5. That was a 7, 9, 11. Only gets him to 4. So he actually has 2 turns. Oh, we're going to 2. He might actually just have a Fire Blast here. Yeah, he's got us. Alright, well, that's going to do it. His double Searing Blaze was just amazing against us. Now, the keep that we kept is potentially was potentially not a good one. So that's some food for thought. We'll have to think about that. This matchup comes down very much to the wire. It's very close. So we had a lot of upside though. Draw 1 land, and I think this game, maybe not even different. He's just going Electrickery into double Searing Blaze is huge. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you guys.